All right, Andy, this is the first video for Raw Wisdom.
Yeah.
The first day filming for your part. What did that entail?
It entailed the vision of a video part coming out of the Olympic experience, expressing freedom on obstacles you could never find in the Olympic experience. So just painting a picture of the date, the timeline, what was going on. Early August 2021 was the Olympics in Tokyo, the inaugural Olympics for skateboarding. And the first day filming for Crazy Wisdom was December of 2021. I think it was December 1st, actually. And just 4 months later, like the first month and a half, 2 months was after the Olympics was spent recovering from that torn MCL. So it's just like kind of fresh out of the Olympics straight into filming this video. So yeah, what was it, December 1st, 2021. We went with Jordan Maxim to the snake route, and it all started.
What's up, homie?
Mother
Got me a coffee.
lost me a coffee.
Pay up, sucker. Pay
I
up.
bet, Maxim, that you were going to be 20 minutes late, and you were on time. You beat me.
What's up, boss?
Oh,
How you doing, G?
It's like 15 minutes away.
Is it 15 minutes away? Let's go. Oh my God. That'd be the better warm-up anyways.
He said it's going to be a better warm-up to skate a rail that is literally impossible for everybody else on the planet to skate.
Was this the first day you ever, no, you board slid it before
Yeah,
with Jordan.
with Jordan for iDabble.
And Jordan brought you there first.
Yeah,
Jordan Maxim.
Yeah, so Jordan freaking brought me there first. Exactly. He was like, I got a spot for you, bro. And Jordan's one of those guys that has the wildest spot book because he skates wild.
Yeah.
Like, his trick selection is so out there, man. It's insane. So when he brought me to this spot, we filmed the board slide for iDabble, half cab board slide, big spin out as well. And I just couldn't wait to go back, and we had to let Maxim know that we were going. So he showed up with the paddle crew that day.
Yep.
That was so rad.
So he has an angle floating around out there somewhere too of all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
Yeah, man. Big crew this day.
It was huge.
Yeah, we got everybody out.
Yep, and everyone tried to play with it a little. No one could figure it out. Zach almost got smoked. And he was like, nope.
Dude, it's a weird type of thing. You can't just float through it.
You gotta pump it.
You gotta pump it.
This was my first day skating there with you, and I was blown away at how you were just able to play with it like this. Like, it looks fun.
It's such a freestyle thing, right? Like, it's all about throwing your weight in certain directions, and like this makes so much sense in my mind as a freestyle skater.
Mm-hmm.
But coming from street perspective, it doesn't
At all.
at all. We showed up for Dark Slide, and then Dark Slide just was not working. We needed like 10 times more wax than I thought. And then we started playing with 50-50. And what's cool about the 50-50 is when you pump it, it's not like in a bowl where you like lean and then extend both your legs. The transition's too tight for like a 2-leg pump. It's like a 1 leg then the other leg pump. So that's a tricky one. It's more similar to ollie out of a curb cut rather than ollie out of a jump ramp. The curb cut, it's like kind of like only your back truck that's doing the ollie, but on a big jump ramp you can have both feet.
Gotcha.
Similar, I don't know if that translated in your brain, but it's like a 1 foot, 2 foot to get the speed. 1 foot, 2 foot.
You're just constantly shifting your weight from one to the other.
Yeah,
Like teeter-tottering.
like teeter-tottering, and then keeping the head goes like this while the body's going like that. And what happens is like if the head goes a little here, then the body goes here. It only makes it 2 corners, right? And if it goes there, then it makes it 3. So it's like trying to keep that line super straight.
So your head's alignment will pull you to one side if it goes that way.
Right.
Got you.
Yeah. So the rail looks like this, but you have to see it like this through the middle. Because if you start going this way and then that way, you don't got it. You gotta move straight, but like through this. Kind of like how light slows down when it goes through glass. Like it doesn't actually slow down, it just starts bouncing off particles.
Wiggles through.
Yeah, exactly.
This is gonna be fun
Oh yeah.
because we both get to watch it together,
Yeah, and we're just reliving the good days.
right? It had been so long since this day occurred. I forgot all the other stuff you did. You know what I mean? Because I knew this was a very impactful, important day. But, you know, I just kind of put it off in my mind, you know, because if I think about it too much, I want to post it. So I
Yeah.
kind of just delete it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now that we're editing these together, I get to relive it and actually know, like, oh, damn, we're going to post this. It's going to be awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's super sick.
Because otherwise you get all excited and you can't even use it.
Yeah.
You see on all these attempts, right? Like my head's going off to the side. Oh.
Yep. You saw your whole body shift that way.
Yeah.
Yep. And just pulled you right off.
Right. Yeah. It's a trip, dude. And then having to attack it from like you come at it, but then you got to do like a 45-degree angle ollie to smack it.
Yeah. You know what's weird, though? Before you explain that to me, like, I don't think I noticed you were doing that. But then after you said it, I started watching you, and you're literally ollieing and doing half of backside 180.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to look at it from that perspective.
So I've always skated rails like kind of straight on style because of stall tricks and just really sticky rails in Canada. So like practicing getting onto rails on an angle is something that I've practiced for a long time. And then that skill doesn't seem very useful until you come across a spot where you need it.
I think you're both right.
Makes sense.
So right away I'm starting to play with 50-50. It just seems to kind of work.
It was pulling you in.
It was pulling me in, dude. I went there for dark slide. Because when board slide works, dark slide works, you know? But
For you.
it's a weird game. I just hope that other people realize that this is a thing, you know?
To be able to skate that rail?
Yeah, or to be able to skate rails like that. Like, if someone could see a 90-degree corner, or these are actually more than 90 degrees, but they're rounded. But if someone could see that and be like, this is potential for generating speed, I feel like I've done my job. But it's totally freestyle mentality, right? Like, tic-tacking on flat ground is about, like, if you're skating, you can't generate speed this way. Like if you jump forward, your board's just going to go back and you'll land in the same place. But you can generate speed this way because your wheels don't roll that way. So you jump over there, but you tic-tac and you have speed. Right? Like it's like basic tic-tac.
Basic skate physics.
Basic skate physics, but applied to a rail. And then it becomes not basic.
That's really funny to say it like that. You know what I mean? Because it is like, that's one of the first things you learn in skating.
Right.
You know, but to ollie onto a round rail and tic-tac. Not too many rails you can do that on.
Right. Yeah. Just the fundamental movements and translating them to different obstacles. I think that one of the harder parts about this trick is thinking of it. Doing it's definitely really difficult, but like I feel like if everyone knew it was possible, then it would have been done a long time ago. But maybe I'm just optimistic. I have no idea.
I think you're very optimistic when it comes to other people skating similar to how you do. And I think eventually people will, because you're very open with your techniques and your secrets.
Now I am because the video's out.
Yeah.
Couldn't pay me to tell you this stuff before the video came out.
That's awesome.
No, but that's like there's some. Dude, one of the hardest things about filming a project like this is sitting on these tricks for 2.5 years, right? Like you know you did it, and you can't tell people, and then you can't post or film anything that's similar. So I have like a kickflip backtail big spin in this video part. We'll talk about that on the kickflip backtail big spin day when we're doing that.
You guys will have to wait for that.
Yeah, but this green rail is so amazing.
Would you say it's one of your like favorite spots you've ever skated?
Yeah.
By far, huh?
Yeah, for sure. I'd say that the snake rail is definitely one of my favorite spots. It's
You're gonna
it's the epitome of freestyle street and
Hybrid
yeah.
spot.
Yeah, it's just like,
You get to mix them.
and
You
it's
have to mix them.
and it's a street spot. It's in the street. Like, nobody built it for skateboarding. It's made for doing exercises, like running through.
Which is incredibly dangerous too.
Yeah. But it's just the perfect height, perfect width. Like, everything about it is just so nice. It's almost the same roundness as the rails at my home park.
Yeah. I know, right?
Yeah.
The big old fat Muska rail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Muska rail.
Yeah, it's like God or the universe created this rail so that you could skate it one day.
Straight up, dude.
You know what's funny? What if it was made the same day you were born?
Oh, man. It just took all this time. Dude, the one thing about going there, too, is you can't see the rail from the parking lot. So every time we park there, I'm always like, is it still there? Is it still there? Is it still there? And then you go out and you're like, oh, it's still there, thank God. And then you're just praying for clouds because the sun is insane there and there's no shade.
It's brutal.
It's super brutal.
Yeah, because you know how I like to film. I like to move around a lot.
Yeah.
I don't move around a lot there, dude.
No, because there's
yeah.
only one spot of shade in the landing area. Yeah.
It's so brutal. Like, I would love if we ever go back there to go there either probably in the evening, because we didn't really skate it in the evening, you know, like maybe a couple hours before sunset,
Yeah.
you know, because the lighting would be very unique and different, not so hot.
Oh, wow. So I just landed the 50-50 solid.
You did it back to back.
That's awesome, dude. To be able to land that and be like, okay, what's next? What's the next step? Because that's not good enough by itself. Well, it's not that it's not good enough by itself, but it's that I did it. And if I could do it, then I can do something harder. Wow. I want to push myself to that limit for a video part. If I'm filming a YouTube video, if I'm filming like something for my Instagram, I don't care this much. This project is too important to have something that I can do kind of easily. I'm so excited we're filming this now.
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm super psyched, dude, because we just get to like talk about what we worked on, you know? And
Yeah.
for us, this was a very fun project, and it was important, and I had a great time working on it with you, dude. No joke. Like, it was really fun, except for a couple days, but we'll get to those days.
Yeah,
It'll be good for us both to talk about that.
straight up, man.
But for 2.5, 3 years, most of the days were great.
Yeah.
Like, look at that. You just fly through like.
Dude, yeah, it's wild how early some of these tricks were filmed, right? Like, so long ago. Yeah, there's the front foot impossible out. I just have that trick on lock, so I can't do it everywhere. I have to use my front foot impossible sparingly and strategically. In my video part, I do a few front foot impossibles, but they're all very different from each other. Like, one out of a rail, one out of a back lip on a ledge, and one out of a vert ramp. You know what I mean? Like, same trick, but different location kind of changes the whole trick.
I love that. I'm just glad that you're not completely just beating the trick to death. You know, you're trying to be very spreading with it, which I think is smart, you know?
Yeah, well, when you have a trick like that, you gotta be mindful of where you're using it. Kickflip, you can kind of throw everywhere. Ollie, nobody's gonna complain about. If you're ollieing into everything, no one's gonna say, "Oh my God, you did 18 ollies." It's like such a maneuver at this point, but when it comes down to like technical tricks that really stand out, it's funny that the balance of how you use them in a video, they can't be overbearing. Dude, we're just playing on this thing. Like, there's so much random stuff going on. This rail is just so unique. It's so fun to explore all the avenues in which you can demolish it.
I'm pretty hyped when I was editing this together that like I didn't remember any of it.
But on this day, we didn't even get the one that we used in the video.
That's what's interesting about this, because this is definitely the first day we filmed for the video, but just like you said, we didn't use any of these in it.
Right.
But when you still watch it, it's an incredible day in peace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm super happy that you didn't use it, and this is going to be the first video in the project, so people are like, wow.
Yeah, right here starting to play with dark slides, and it's just like not working at all. So sticky, so grippy.
These are the hacks to doing very insane dark slides.
This will be the first dark slide I do with my foot on my nose and tail. I always do it like this. You're not supposed to do it like that? Well, Greco doesn't like that, but Rodney doesn't.
He does tail nose.
Tail nose. Tail nose is like proper, quote unquote. The amount of actual pumping force you need for the dark slide is so much. So you have to like be so balanced for every corner in order to generate the speed for the next corner.
To everyone else, like you understand it and you're explaining it, but to all of us, it just looks like magic.
That'd be sick if people could see it though, because it's there.
I think certain skaters will.
I remember very clearly watching skate videos as a kid of Rodney and not understanding what I was seeing, and that was part of the dumbfoundedness. And like just insane. And it's only within the last few years where I actually understand like 90% of some of Rodney's footage. Like I can actually see what's happening now. One of the accidental great things that came across from me putting the stationary freestyle trick in the video was that it gave street skaters a little taste of what it feels to be a regular person watching street skating. Because they're like, I don't know if that was hard. Was that hard? And that's how regular people see kickflip backtail big spin.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know if that was hard. It looked like he just jumped up there and jumped off. But when you understand the trick, you see the nuance. So all you gotta do to understand these tricks is go try them.
Yeah, then you really understand.
Yeah. And if you really want to understand, then go to the spot and try them. Like then, because skate parks are perfect environments tailored in order for you to practice. But street is all about adjusting for the spot. What's the ground like? Where are the cracks at? What's the metal like?
Yeah, you have to like almost modify your body and your board sometimes to like skate a street spot efficiently to
Yeah.
even land the trick.
Yeah, and that's what's hard to translate with street videos. Is it like, if it was just that spot in perfect conditions, it's a lot easier. And that's kind of the case with this snake rail. It's as close as you can get to perfect conditions. There's not high traffic, and it's just flat ground. There's a crack right before it, but it's not the worst.
Later, bro.
Later, YouTube world.
Yeah, man. All right, Andy. So what's going on?
Came here for dark slide, somehow got 50-50, which I did not think was possible. Thought dark slide would be much easier, but my biggest struggle was actually sliding. I just wasn't able to make it slide, so I gotta go home, prepare better,
Yeah.
you know, set up a board just for this trick.
Yeah.
My shape that's for sale now is perfect for dark slides,
Yeah.
because the concave comes up, and then when it goes in, it kind of locks you in here.
Yeah.
So I'm using this board for this trick because it's the most versatile thing I have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta better prepare for this stuff.
Cool. Sounds good, bro. 50 was amazing.
50 was much harder. In my brain, it's more impressive.
Yeah.
Because I've already done board slide, dark slide's like the same thing.
Similar, yeah.
But 50 is new realm.
But to the public though, they're gonna think dark slide is way crazier.
Yeah, and it turns out it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are these big cracks at the entrance and exit of the rail that you have to be aware of. You're going ka-kunk right as you're popping, and it can kind of get in your head, but then also as you're landing, there's a big fatty crack. So when you land in the crack, it kind of sucks and it jolts everything. And from Nigel's perspective, it's even more impressive if I can land in the crack and roll out. But from an artistic video perspective, I just want it to be smooth flowing. I don't want you to even know that there was a crack there that I had to avoid. A spot like this is weird because nobody I arrive with is going to skate it with me. So there's like this weird guilt of like, you guys are just here for me, and then if I land my trick, we'll go skate somewhere else. So there's like this rush and stuff. And I don't
genuinely just really like
I don't like that so much. I think we went back and filmed it when it was just us. Because then all the patience and everything, there's no external energy. External energy is really nice when you have to push through something, but this is more similar to filming a manual trick where it's just like repetition, repetition, repetition. Oh, got close. Okay, that's enough to fuel the next 100 tries. And then like repetition, 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 repetition. Oh, got close again, you know? It's just like...
I'm so glad you brought that up. There's only a handful of tricks that I've ever been able to do with a lot of people around because I'm the same way, you know? Like, I love to skate with just me and a filmer or just me by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just easier and better for me.
Yeah, if you have like a focused task that you want to do. Some people I get it where you already know you can do the trick, but you need the confidence to throw yourself down something gnarly. And then your homie throwing himself down that same thing helps you get motivated. But this isn't on that level. This is like, I know exactly what I'm supposed to do, and I just gotta do it and get out of my way. You know?
Totally.
Oh, at this point in the video, where is this? 1850? I'm starting to do these freestyle runs to lead into it, because the trick is so freestyle-y. But damn, dude, I'm just exhausting myself. That is so useless, and they don't even look that good. Like,
I thought it was cool.
yeah, it's cool, but it could have been like dope, right? Like I feel like it's taking away from the trick. I'm like trying way too hard. But those are the things you do when you're exhausted and you feel like you got the trick easy. You're like, oh, I'm gonna make it harder. I'm gonna put a bunch of tricks right before it. And then by the time you get to the actual trick, you're like out of breath. Like, not smart, Andy. Save your energy, Andy. Focus on the task.
If I remember correctly, too, it was hot that day.
Oh, yeah.
It was toasty.
It's never not hot there. Oh, the little dogs came up. I always want to land the clip when the dog's in the clip.
What's up, bro? His name's Ollie? No way. What? It's meant to be. It's meant to be.
I think he's a champion. I don't know. Y'all might know that. But I do. So, Ollie, please, come on, Scarlett.
Seriously.
With the dog, too.
Right?
I thought homie was gonna bite your ass for a second.
Cool me down. Fire.
Yeah, I don't think you anticipated this heat, bro. December and it's like 90.
I'm gonna get so sunburned. I can feel it.
You can feel it in your arms already?
Yeah. You want to pop them? My back knee's bad, bro. I could use some help.
Please, I'll get to it, DeVille.
I wonder why. You got.
Because he's a skater, homie.
Touch it. Rub it.
You brought it up, DeVille. Now you gotta touch it.
All eyes on me, huh?
Oh.
Coming back in would be.
He says I was watching that.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
You almost blew that, dude.
Dude, you did it! Big pack!
What?
You did it!
That wasn't good enough? Oh my god.
Marking.
Marking!
Did he hit his truck on it?
2 in a row, Andy. 2 in a row. I got 20 bucks on 2 in a row.
That one is a user. That one is
Are you serious?
That's a user too.
That was unbelievable.
Popped out early.
That was so dope, dude.
Back 180. That's,
Right here, bro.
you gonna make a play.
Hold on for a second, Andy. Okay. That's gonna be mean. I'm like, no, it's okay. Hold on.
Come on, DeVille. You're screwing up the clip, man.
Oh, shot it. Ready to go? It's gonna be for my part. Huh?
You ready?
It's gonna be for my part. Okay. It's gonna be an angle from up there, and as I do it, the letters will appear in the spaces.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
A-N-D-Y. Okay, anyways, right here.
Get it.
This jogger.
As you come out, you can see the fence.
So at this point, I start tucking in my shirt. The reason I tucked it in is I think I did a really close attempt, and then I checked the footage back, and I was like, my shirt is just way below my ass right now, and I do not want a ghetto gown look in this clip, you know? Like, so I just tucked her in. But it's funny, right? Like, you do the trick, and you're like, oh, but my shirt looks weird. It's just like sticking on my... It's such a big part of skateboarding is how you feel and how you feel like you look. I think the reason how you feel about how you look affects skateboarding so much is because skateboarding is so mental. Like if it's so confidence based, confidence fueled and doubt like diminished. You know what I mean? Like it's just, so when you feel good, it's just, things work out better. Happy boy!
Oh my God.
He stopped and somehow made it keep going.
Just like that. The Ohio lock right around the bend.
Do it.
Oh my God.
50-50 the blunt and then board slide.
Just land that real quick. Chad, do the blunt thing.
And then,
Damn it, Kenny.
and then go to
Good that it's wrong. What?
Come on, McDonald.
How?
That's the happiest I've felt about a clip.
Dope.
The nollie cab again?
Yeah.
Kick about. Kick about.
Get my wheels spinning so loud.
That was 3 in a row.
I don't know why. It's like where I thought to put my foot for the nollie gives me more balance.
Yeah.
Nollie flip.
Becoming a Chad.
I like the way that feels. Okay, one more.
Oh, that was it, Andy.
Happiness.
God. Happiness is a warm gun.
You good, bro?
Hey, look, I've seen Chihuahuas and Jack Russell Terriers. Just hanging out. What the fuck?
Okay, bro.
Shoulder technique, posture, and a smile. That was the fucking one, dude. Come on, that was the fucking one. I got over
Yeah.
That's why I was golf clapping over here. As soon as you landed out of it, I was like, I like that one too. I actually like the first one also. I like that the truck kind of bumped it on the way
Yeah, I do
through.
too.
I thought it was very.
But he didn't like the tic tac.
Tic tac.
Oh, at the end.
Under
Yeah.
rotated. It was like a 180 kind of.
I still like them both.
That was,
Yeah, me
that
too.
felt like a
My
360.
Yeah, me too.
Good job, dude. Killed it.
But that one, even in a traditional 360, kind of almost put.
Oh.
Oh, I missed my. It did? You're fully touching your tail. Okay.
Wait, what do you mean you touched your tail?
He touched his tail.
On what?
On the ground when I pivoted.
And he stopped for a second.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Didn't
stopped for a
feel like
second.
it.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a manual trick. What'd you say? Really?
Oh, that one was sweet,
That was
baby.
the one. That was the
That
one.
was sweet, baby. Jesus.
Woohoo!
That was the one. Yeah, like 5-0 in the middle of all of them.
It looks so
That
cool.
was the one.
Oh, the wax.
Props, man.
Back to back? 2 for true?
I
Okay.
dare you.
I'll get a different angle then, I guess. I'm not gonna steal Nigel's angle.
Jeez, you really almost did 2 in a row.
Yeah, I think. Almost toe touch.
What would you do a possible out? You'd listen so well.
He's like, I'm halfway.
Really dope like that.
That's the fucking one. No, we did it. We're here.
Your angle is okay.
Hey, you wanna look at it? Shit. I'm trying to shoot it.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. What are you doing?
He's typing in the longest contact name ever.
Hit that.
So on this day, I ended up getting the 50-50 back 3 out, like alley-oop back 3 out. But I like tic-tacked on the rail. It was good enough for that day, but we went back to get a better one. I couldn't live with myself. It's one of those things where so grateful it's filmed on iPhone so I can get the clip airdropped and study it like that day, that night, and really just tear it apart and be like, not good enough, Andy, but like it's good enough for now.
Yeah, I love airdrop. It's one of my favorite inventions of the century.
It's pretty sick. Like now you can send messages right through your homie to the other homie. So dude, I got this necklace on in this. I wonder where it went. It must be at my parents' house or something. But it's just a little chain with a black zipper on it. And zippers are like, I believe that the universe will talk to you in any way that you choose to let it talk to you. And I've chosen through finding zippers on the ground. Super random, I don't know. But I found that particular zipper on the ground when I was leaving the bus in Tokyo for the Olympics. I was getting off the bus from practice, going back to where I was staying, and there was just that zipper on the ground, and I was like, you're special. We gotta go back there and just hang out for like a week at that rail.
Just let me know.
I was bombing a hill recently on my way back home to my parents' house, and I hit something metal. Like, every time I hit something metal on the ground with my skateboard, I have like a rule that I stop and go look what it is. Because oftentimes it'll be something I actually care about that fell out of my pocket, and I won't find out till way later, and I'm like, I heard something fall, but what was it? So I was bombing this hill, I'm right at the very top of the hill, and I hit this metal thing, and then I bombed down the rest of it, and I'm like, so close to my home, and I'm like, dang it, I gotta follow my rule. I'm gonna go back and see the metal thing that I hit, see if I can even find it. It's like pitch black, super late at night, and I smacked it, and it sounded pretty big. And when I got back, I'm like walking up the street, like where big old fat zipper, bro. Like fat zipper. So now it lives on my hip. But it's like the biggest YKK I've ever seen.
Oh my God.
And it's fully intact. Like usually you only get this part because this part stays on the bag or whatever.
That's from like a snowboarding jacket or something.
Right? Like I'm hyped on
Thing
it.
is a beast.
So that's like my my most recent find. Yeah, bro. This day was awesome. I gotta thank Jordan Maxim so much for the intro to the spot and just the belief and passion and love.
Yeah, Jordan's the best, dude. He's like one of the most real skateboarders I know, you know? How he skates, how he represents skating, like, you know? He's just hardcore.
Yeah, he's hardcore, man. He's hardcore. And he's got it, dude. He's got it. He's got what it takes.